In alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam Allah wa rasulullah. We're continuing with our series Keys to Living Islam. And again, the whole purpose of this series is to help us to become better, stronger Muslims. And it all begins with understanding that you are on Team Allah. And when you understand that you're on Allah's team, you will begin and end each day remembering Him. Not just through your prayers, but whenever something happens to you in life, good or bad, if it's good, you're going to thank Allah for it. If it's bad, you're going to seek refuge in Him from it. Because you understand that there is no power, there is no strength, there is no might other than His. You also know that nothing will happen unless Allah allows it. And as long as you are living, Allah will cause you to survive. You also know the importance of surrounding yourself with good Muslims, good friends, choosing good company to be around, because we remind each other, we help one another, and we advise each other. And also you will understand the importance of sticking to the Quran on a regular basis, living your life trying to adhere to the laws and rules put forth by Allah towards us. You will understand that your example, your role model in life should be the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the pious predecessors and not anyone else. And then today I want to mention another key that will help us to live and practice Islam, and that is to follow the Sunnans of Friday. And the reason why I'm going to speak about this is because since we are faced with that coronavirus, yes, it's still here. It's not going away. Even though you see people disregarding the facial mask. By the way, the statistics have risen up. People, more and more people are affected with the corona because people just don't want to accept that it's here. Yes, it's still here. And even though we have to continue with our social distancing, I still don't encourage anyone to go to the masjids until they have a vaccine for this. Stay away from the masjids, because even though you are young and healthy and can handle the disease, you don't want to carry it to somebody who is sickly who can't. So it's still best to stay home, to do what Allah says and stay in your home to protect yourself and others from this plague. And also when you're staying at home, that doesn't mean that you can't reap the benefits of going to the mosque. That doesn't mean that you still can't reap the benefits of a good khutbah, because thanks to technology, the imams are still delivering their wonderful khutbahs via the internet, via social media. So we can still just stay in our homes safe and sound and benefit from remembering Allah. And so today I want to just go over some of the Sunnans of Friday that we can still adhere to. First of all, I want you guys to know again, our example in life is none other than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Somebody has sent me an email and I didn't get a chance to respond to it because I forgot all about it. But I just remembered today, I got an email from a brother a couple weeks ago asking me, Sister Layla, what did our prophet recommend to do in times like this? It's real simple. He said, stay in your home. I mean, it's easy. If you're faced with a plague of disease and plague comes to you, he says, stay in your home. It's better for you. And by the way, you brothers will still reap the reward of praying at the mosque. Allah will grade you based on your intentions. And the thing I liked about that question is the brother asked me about what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised. He didn't ask me what Imam so and so advised or Sheikh so and so. He asked me, what did the Prophet advise? And I like that because, again, our guide, as we talked about yesterday, our guide, our example should be that of the Prophet Muhammad and not anyone else. He had the best words. He showed us the best of deeds. We have to understand, guys, Allah, He loves everything that is good. And Allah does not accept from any of us unless whatever we're doing is good. And as Muslims, we're supposed to live every day of our lives trying to adapt the behavior, the words, the actions that Allah loves. When we speak, we should avoid obscenities. When we speak, we should avoid lying on Allah, lying on the Prophet, lying to each other. When we speak, we should avoid backbiting, profanity, slander. When we speak, we should avoid all types of evil that comes from the tongue. And also, we should do our best to live each day of our lives doing the deeds that are pleasing to Allah. Because again, the choices we make in this world will determine what our fate will be in the hereafter. And again, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the best example for us in speech, the best example for us in action and everything else. Listen to what Allah says in the Quran and the interpretation, the meaning. Those whose lives the angels take while they are in a pious state, they say to them, peace be upon you. Enter you into paradise because of the good that you used to do in this world. Here Allah tells us that when death comes upon you, if you did live your life doing what's pleasing to Allah, if you did live your life obeying Him, obeying the Prophet, then when the angels come to take your soul, they will calm you, because death is a scary thing. But when the angels come to take your soul, they will calm you down. They will tell you, don't have any fear. Allah is pleased with you because of the good that you used to do. And also in another verse, Allah says in the interpretation, the meaning, they say, peace be upon you. You have done well, so enter here, paradise, to abide there forever. So again, guys, that's the ultimate goal. We all want to have a good ending. Death can come at any time. So we should live our lives trying to do what's pleasing to Allah. Allah also tells us in the interpretation of the meaning, bad women are for bad men, and bad men are for bad women. Good women are for good men, and good men are for good women. Good people are innocent of bad statements when they say, and for which they say, and for them is forgiveness and great reward, meaning paradise. So here Allah is telling us again, you are who and what you associate with. If you are not a righteous person, then you're not going to attract a righteous mate. You're not going to attract a righteous partner. Good people are for good people, and bad people are for bad people. If you are a Muslim living your life trying to earn Allah's pleasure every day through your choices, trying to follow the example of the Prophet Muhammad through your choices, then you will attract that. And if you're doing the opposite, you will attract whatever you are doing there. So again, this is something that we need to remember in life. Again, it's all about pleasing Allah. It's all about earning His reward. And the only way that you can learn what's pleasing to Allah is to learn about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He taught us what deeds are pleasing. He taught us what deeds are bad. He even taught us how to dress, how to eat, how to sleep, all of that. So we follow him and his example because, again, he's the example of how to attain that love of Allah. And one of the things that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us of is the virtues of Friday. And that's what our lecture is going to focus on today. I had to lead you to this by again assuring you that the only way to success is through what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he mentioned to us why Friday is such a special day to us. In fact, he said, Allah diverted those who came before us away from Friday. For the Jews, their day became Saturday. And for the Christians, their day became Sunday. Allah guided us to Friday. In fact, Allah made Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as days of worship. And in this order will the people be gathered together and judged on the day of judgment. The people of whose day was Friday, that's us. We will be the first to be judged. And then after us, the people whose day was Saturday. Those are the Hebrews, the Jews. They will be judged. And then the Christians will be judged on Sunday. So Allah, it was always in his plan to have Friday be our day of sanctity as Muslims. Listen to what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He said the best day in which the sun rises is Friday, because on this day Adam was created. Also, Adam was admitted into paradise on this day. Adam was also evicted from paradise on this day, and the last hour. When the last hour comes, it will come on that day. So Friday is our sacred day as Muslims, guys. Now, does this mean that we go around wishing everybody, Juma Mubarak? No. Everybody understand that? That doesn't mean that we go around partying. Oh, today is Friday. Let's go partying. Juma Mubarak, everybody. No. There is no authentic hadith on this planet that says that the companions would wake up on Fridays and wish happy Friday to everybody. So, and you see a lot of Muslims doing this on social media. Juma Mubarak, happy Friday. Save all that, guys. We don't celebrate it that way. Remember, our celebrations have nothing to do with partying and fun and games and all that. Our celebrations differ because they're filled with remembrance of Allah. So if you want to celebrate Friday, how do we celebrate it? We celebrate it through our worship. Does everybody understand that? So I don't want to see any Muslims, posting up from my website, posting up Juma Mubarak, Happy Friday, and all that on social media, because that's not what we do. That we follow the example. Again, the best example is the Prophet and those pious predecessors. None of those companions went around wishing anyone a happy Friday, so none of us should do that either. Okay? Also, in another hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, why is the day we call Friday El Juma? El Juma. What is El Juma? It means the gathering. Why is Friday referred to as the gathering? He said, because on that day, the earth was shaped from which your father Adam was made. And on that day, in the last 3 hours of it, there is an hour of which whoever supplicates, Allah will answer your supplication. as long as you're not indulging in any intentional sins. So this is why we refer to Friday in Arabic as Juma, El Juma, the day of gathering. Okay? It's the day that Allah sent the angel to come to the earth and gather the clay so he could make Adam. And you guys know the story. The angel went to all the different parts of the earth. He gathered white clay, red clay, black clay, yellow clay, brown clay, and all brought all that clay back, and Allah created Adam. And that's why we, who are the descendants of Adam, we come in all different colors of the rainbow, because the clay was gathered from all different parts of the earth. So thus, guys, it was a part of the guidance of our Prophet Muhammad to glorify this day and to honor it and to mark it in certain ways. And he didn't do it by going around saying Juma Mubarak. He didn't wake up and say, walk the streets of Medina saying El Juma Mubarak. No. Instead, what he would do is he would recite in the Fajr prayer on that day, Surat al-Sajda and Surat al-Dahr, because in them is mentioned of what has been and what will come on that day. So if you want to follow the sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad, instead of waking up and posting Juma Mubarak on your Facebook page, go make Salat till Fajr and recite those two surahs of the Quran. That's what our Prophet taught us to do. And also, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam celebrated this day by telling the people to send prayers upon him during the night and the day. He said, because on that day, that's the day that you will be sent to your homes in paradise. So he used to tell the companions, you want to celebrate the day of Juma, send blessings upon me throughout the day, because this will be the day that the people of paradise enter their homes. So you want to celebrate Friday? No Juma Mubarak, no posting. Make your Fajr prayer and recite those two surahs. And then off and on throughout the day, send blessings upon our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Also, another way to celebrate this day, for you brothers, wear perfume on this day and brush your teeth on this day and take a bath on this day. Remember, guys, cleanliness is closer to godliness. Yes, we're doing social distancing. I don't recommend any of you brothers go to the mosque right now with that corona. You don't want to bring it home and your mothers, your elderly people get sick and die or whatnot. But you can still wake up on Friday morning, take a bath, brush your teeth, wash your hair, put on perfume, and make yourself look nice while you're at home. Because this is something that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do. And also, on this day, wear your best clothing. This is what the Prophet would do too. So again, even though you can't go to the mosque for the Juma prayer, you can get up, take a ghusl, and put on your best clothing. And you sisters too. You want to reap the rewards of Juma? Take a shower. Wash your hair. Put on perfume since you're in the home. A woman can wear perfume in the home. So you're in the home. This is the best time to pull out that Chanel number 5. This is the best time to pull out that perfume and put it on. You ain't going nowhere. You're social distancing. It's the age of corona. Put on all the perfume you want to. You may make your husband happy. Take a shower, perfume yourself, and put on that beautiful jilbab. You don't have to look beautiful just because you're leaving the home. You can be beautiful inside the home. Maybe then your husband Won't think about that other sister down the street, okay, as a second wife. So even for the sisters, the women, this is from the Sunnah of the Prophet. Take a shower, take a bath, put on perfume, and put on your best clothing on Fridays. This is from his Sunnah. This is something he did, and he encouraged us to do. And again, even though we can't go to the mosque, we shouldn't go to the mosque. Thanks to the technology that Allah has sent here to this earth, all you have to do is turn on that big screen TV, connect that laptop to that big screen TV, and there's your beautiful imam giving a beautiful khutbah for you. You and your family, your children, your wives, you can all sit around the television, sit around the computer, the big screen TV, a computer, and just listen to a beautiful, beautiful khutbah. And for you brothers out there who are imam, or for you brothers who are delivering the khutbah, remember that the Prophet, his khutbah used to always consist of words of advice in addition to admonishment. You don't want to just admonish the people in your community, but you want to also give them words of advice and also include words of hope. Because that's what our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would do. He would make his sermon short. He would make his prayer long. And he would teach this to his companions. But when he gave that khutbah, he would first of all focus in on the things that need to be focused on. If there are sisters in your community that are not wearing hijab, you want to mention it in your khutbah. Explain to them why hijab is an obligation and not a choice. But then after you get through admonishing the people, then give them hope. Teach them how Allah is all forgiving, how Allah is most merciful. And then give them advice on how they can become stronger Muslims by wearing a hijab or whatnot. So thus, guys, a great key to living Islam is to maintain the Sunnans of Friday. And how do we do that? By adhering to the things the Prophet did on that day, not this innovative stuff you see people doing today. Remember, guys, Friday is special. Not only is it the day that Adam was created, but also it's the day that the last hour will come on. It's also the day that we will be raised up from the dead. It is also the day that we will be judged. You do not want to be caught with your guard down on that day. So honor the sacredness of that day. And you can do it right there, right here in your home. We'll stop right here for today. Tomorrow we'll continue. If you guys have any questions or comments, inshallah, you can type them on the screen. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha